ready to fly. Look at that.
This is Turu.
Yes.
And he is our resident turkey vulture.
He loves the
Turu's been
attention.
with us for, I think, 12 years now. He was found out in Yellowstone National Park. And sadly, he was found dehydrated and starving. The hikers that found him did their absolute best they could. They picked him up, put him in a backpack, and hiked him back for 3 days, feeding him and watering him along the way to keep him alive, which is the best thing that they could have done in their situation. They had no cell phones and no way to get in contact with anybody. So they got to the nearest ranger station and said, "Hey, we found this baby bird, he needs help." And sadly, the damage had already been done.
They eat the dead animals, so there aren't always dead animals on our road.
Perfect. They eat dead animals. There aren't always dead animals, not just on the road, but anywhere. But even more importantly, when they're eating on these dead animals, if there's any diseases that they died of, like rabies, they can eat those diseases and they die on contact with their stomach acids. So they won't get sick and they stop that disease from passing on to another animal. So something that has died from anthrax, botulism, distemper, rabies. It's even theorized that smallpox and Ebola can be eaten by these guys and it will not make them sick. They have several adaptations that help keep them clean. One of those you've actually already seen. When Turu first came out and that sun was hitting him right on his back and he spread out his wings, that is something very special. That is called the horolatic pose. And what he's doing is he is taking a bath in sunlight. The sun will actually kill the bacteria that is on their feathers. Now the next thing that everybody notices is that bald head. They have no feathers on their head, and that's for a reason. If he had feathers on his head the way that Rusty does, things would get stuck in his feathers. Bacteria, gunk from what he's eating, and I don't know about you, but when food gets in my hair, I don't appreciate it. So, for them, they adopted not to have feathers on their head because it's very easy to take their head and brush it in some grass or brush it on a tree branch and get anything off. The last thing that they do that is going to sound a little bit gross, but is very, very beneficial, you may have noticed, you can't really see it right now, but you may have noticed that his feet are kind of a chalky white color. Now his feet are not really that color, they're really kind of a red color similar to his head, but he uses the bathroom on his feet. You can all collectively say "you" now. But the reason that they do this is because their urine, or their urates, are sterile. It is basically like using hand sanitizer on their